Go. Okay, may I have announcement of council?
Hunter Griffin for the state. The state is ready to proceed.
Ana Yalda with the El Paso County Public Defender's Office here on behalf of Mr. Jesus Briceño, also ready to proceed.
You are Jesus Briceño.
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Raise your right hand, sir. Solemnly swear affirm testimony you may give this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes,
Are you a U.S. citizen, Mr. Briceño?
yes, ma'am.
Charged with the offense of driving while intoxicated, alleged to occur March 11, 22. State further alleges you were previously convicted of driving while intoxicated July 20th, 2017. To those charges, sir, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Priors, Mr. Griffin,
None other than the enhancement.
and the blow or blood draw?
It is a blood draw 0.109.
All
And
right,
when I mean no priors, I mean no DWI priors, Your Honor.
okay. Court will follow the state's recommendation, find you guilty, sentence you to 70 days plus court costs with credit for time served. In addition, 2 of your other cases will be dismissed, cause numbers 2022-0C02887 and 2022-0C02885. The motion to waive the fees will be granted, but because you do have 2 DWI convictions within 5 years, Mr. Briceño, you will need to keep the interlock on any vehicle you drive, and you are not permitted to drive anything that does not have that device installed for up to 1 year after your license is reinstated, whether you have completed your time or not. DPS should be sending you a letter telling you that your license, the dates for which your license has been suspended. You will need to retain that letter. And once your 1 year is up, you can bring it to the court or contact the court and we will sign a release for that. Anything further, counsel?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge, just to make the court aware and to make Mr. Briceño aware, he is currently on parole with the state of Texas. I've been in regular contact with his parole officer. While he does have the full credit to time out today under the plea, he will not be getting out maybe for another couple of weeks because they're looking for housing for him at a halfway house.
Okay, it's between you and your client. If there is nothing further, you may be excused on that. And may I have Mr. Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Judge, Mr.
Yes.
Hernandez will be needing an interpreter, and that will be Gloria Noyola.
No problem.
Okay, she is not there yet, so can I have Priscilla Corona, please? Court calls the case of State of Texas versus Priscilla Corona, cause number 2020-C06888. This proceeding is being heard in reference to and in compliance with the emergency orders of the Texas Supreme Court and the Court of Criminal Appeals under various miscellaneous docket numbers regarding the COVID-19 state of disaster, the guidance issued by the Office of Court Administration and the El Paso Council of Judges statement to the attorneys of the El Paso Bar in response to coronavirus. May I have announcement of counsel?
Hunter Griffin for the state. The state is ready.
Chris Sullivan for the defense. We're ready, Your Honor.
You are Priscilla Corona.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand. Solemnly swear affirm testimony you may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Priscilla Corona that was placed on community supervision on this case April 8th, 2021 for assault?
Yes, ma'am.
Paragraph 2 of the motion to revoke alleges that you failed to attend your TAP. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
Next paragraph says that for the month of June 2021, you failed to report. True?
I remember reporting, the PR bond told me I didn't have to report to them anymore, just to the bail bond office.
Well, this isn't PR bonds. This is your probation officer.
Okay, no, ma'am.
All right. It's not true, or no, you didn't report?
No, ma'am, I just met my probation officer a few weeks ago.
Okay, so following paragraph alleges that July 2021, you failed to report. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
Next one says that for August 2021, you didn't report. True?
True, yes, ma'am.
Following one says that you failed to do your UAs. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
That you failed to attend anger management. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
Failed to pay community supervision fees. True?
Yes, ma'am.
Failed to pay your fine and court costs. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
And lastly, that you failed to attend the drug counseling. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find you're one and the same. Priscilla Corona was placed on community supervision April 8th, 2021 for an assault out of this court, that the terms and condition of your supervision were lawful and reasonable, and paragraphs 2 through 10 of the motion to revoke are true. At this time, the court will follow the state's recommendation, find you guilty, sentence you to 30 days in jail, plus court costs with credit for all time served on everything. Anything further, counsel?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Not from the defense, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. You may be excused.
Thank you.
Thank you.
May I have Mr. Hernandez now?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oops. Would you pick your language, please? Charlie. Okay, can you hear you, Mr.
Española?
Viola?
Sí.
Ms. Noyola, can you hear you?
Judge, am I supposed to do anything with that interpretation button at the bottom, or I won't?
You're supposed to pick your language, Ms. Favela.
Okay.
Ms. Noyola? Ms. Noyola, can he hear you now?
Your Honor, the host needs to assign me as interpreter.
I did. Let me try it again. Let me end that and let's do it again.
Estoy online. Well, he did, pero no tiene nada como.
Okay, there it is again. Everybody pick their language. All right. Court calls cases of the state of Texas versus Zenaida Hernandez, cause numbers 2020-C03792 and 2022 P file 07641. This proceeding is being heard in reference to and in compliance with the emergency orders of the Texas Supreme Court and the Court of Criminal Appeals under various miscellaneous docket numbers regarding the COVID-19 state of disaster, the guidance issued by the Office of Court Administration and the El Paso Council of Judges statement to the attorneys of the El Paso Bar in response to coronavirus. May I have announcement of council?
Hunter Griffin for the state is ready.
Ana Yeldo with the El Paso County Public Defender Office here on behalf of Mr. Zenaido Hernandez Torres, also ready.
You are Zenaido Hernandez. Raise your right hand. Solemnly swear or affirm testimony you may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. All right, go ahead, Ms. Yaldo.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, this is Mr. Hernandez's second bond hearing. We had one just about a week ago in the jail magistrate, and Judge Nunez was able to lower Mr. Hernandez's bonds to $10,000 total, $2,500 cash, $2,500 PR on each. He's been unable to make that bond. He's been in jail for the past 11 days. Mr. Hernandez Torres is 62 years old. He is an LPR. He was born in Mexico. He has, as far as my understanding, no other criminal history other than these current charges. One of the issues we're running into, Your Honor, is the P file is actually from May of 2021, and the state of Texas has not filed it yet. I've been in contact with Miss Danica Carmen from the district attorney's office. She was present at the last bond hearing, and I believe she said that it's in screening. So I have not been able to review anything regarding that charge. With regard to the current charge, Your Honor, Mr. Hernandez Torres is alleged to have been driving while intoxicated at the Tornillo Port of Entry back in 2020, February 9th, 2020, so about 2.5 years ago. And that's the only charge that he has. Right now, he's not working. He lives in Fabens with his girlfriend, Miss Maria Elena Peña. At the last bond hearing, and when I met with Mr. Hernandez Torres last week, he was unable to provide me with any phone numbers for anyone. I'm not sure if he has them with him today, but I wasn't able to verify anything because he didn't have any phone numbers available. If he were to be released, I believe he would be living at 490 SEMA in Fabens, Texas, but again, I've been unable to verify. Mr. Hernandez Torres has 5 children. They're all adults, and he advised me that he doesn't want to bother them with these issues that he's having right now. So I don't know if they would be able to contribute to any sort of a bond for him. We would respectfully request a reduction to whatever the court sees fit here, perhaps a PR bond on both. Again, in light of the second DWI charge that has gone unfiled for over a year, and Mr. Hernandez Torres' lack of criminal history here. He advised the court and he advised me that he is unable to afford an alcohol monitoring device. The blow on the initial charge from February 2020 was quite low. It was a 0.11, which I believe under the law does not require having a device, whether an interlock in the car or a portable unit. We would respectfully request a reduction, if not a full PR bond. Thank you, Judge.
Well, the problem is that the second one that he picked up would require an interlock device.
And I'm not sure at this time what if there was any alcohol in his system. It was a blood draw.
All right. Mr. Griffin, do you have anything?
Your Honor, Ms. Yalda is correct. Mr. Hernandez does not have any criminal history other than these two cases. The first DWI was a stop at the bridge while he was crossing a .11 breath. The second DWI, we are still waiting on the blood results from DPS before filing that case. A witness reported that is the one who witnessed him operating the vehicle, and recounted to the officer that he flew off the road into the ditch and crawled and he was found crawling out from underneath his vehicle. Given that accident, I would not be able to agree to any type of bond reduction, especially since he cannot even afford an alcohol monitor or an interlock device.
Okay,
Your Honor, if I may.
yes.
I was wondering if it might be at all possible. I was able to do this for another client in JMAG. PR Bond has a machine that Mr. Hernandez Torres could blow into once a week. I'm not sure if the court would consider making that part of his conditions until, at least until he's able to get a machine. I understand the state's position here, but it's been over a year. It's been a year and some change that this other DWI has been pending. And these are his only criminal charges. And I don't know when he's going to be able to get out, depending on when the state decides it's going to file this other case, if it does.
All right, I would urge the state to consider filing the case as soon as possible, with or without the blood results. Considering the facts of the case, but I don't know that I would be willing to just have him go to the office once a week and blow. I would want to monitor on him at all times, because he was out on bond for DWI and he gets arrested again for the exact same thing. That tells me he obviously didn't learn his lesson, and we're back here again. So at this time, I'm going to reduce the bond on the 2020 case to 1,500 surety and 1,500 PR. And on the P file case, the same thing, 15 and 15, but there will be conditions that he obtained the alcohol monitoring device, that he has a 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew where he can't be out unless he's working or going to school, that he's not to commit any new offenses, be subject to breath and urine analysis, maintain proper contact information with the criminal justice office. He will have some time to obtain the device. If he fails to obtain it, that will be a violation of his bond, or he violates any of the other conditions, and he will find himself back in the jail. So, Mr. Hernandez, I would suggest you go get a job, go do whatever it is you need to do to obtain that alcohol monitoring device and pay the monthly fee. Anything further?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. You may be excused.
Thank you. Take care, everyone. Have a great day.
You too.
¿Puedo decir algo? ¿Podría decir algo?
That's up to you and your attorney, sir.
Sir, if it's about the charges themselves, I would advise that you don't say anything right now. I'm going to be able to come visit you early next week and we can talk. Thank you, Judge.
All right. Thank
Take care.
you. Annex, if that's all you have, you may be excused. Good morning, Mr. Huffman.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Court calls the case of the state of Texas versus Joe Murphy, cause number 2022-0C03420. This proceeding is being heard in reference to and in compliance with the emergency orders of the Texas Supreme Court
and the Court of Criminal Appeals under various miscellaneous docket numbers regarding the COVID-19 state of disaster, the guidance issued by the Office of Court Administration and the El Paso Council of Judges statement to the attorneys of the El Paso Bar in response to coronavirus.
Ms. Noyola, you may be excused as well. Thank you. May I have announcement of council?
Hunter Griffin for the state is ready.
Rick Huffman on behalf of Mr. Murphy, we are ready.
You are Joe Murphy.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand, sir. Solemnly swear affirm testimony you may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Huffman.
Thanks, Judge. Your Honor, Mr. Murphy is currently in custody on a $5,000 bond for this criminal mischief. He's 47 years old. He's a U.S. citizen. He lives here in El Paso. Judge, Mr. Murphy he has a CDL. It's still active. He's been a trucker for 27 years, as well as an instructor for the CDL. Judge, to be candid, Your Honor, he is on bond for an aggravated assault. That case is unfiled. My client adamantly denies the allegations in that case. This case is if I can go briefly into the facts of the case, Judge, he was basically the allegation, or according to my client, he was being chased at the time. He was trying to seek safety. He was trying to get help. He was knocking on a window. He didn't know that this place was a home. It's an assisted living facility. Doesn't really look like that. It looks more like a government facility, which that's what my client thought it was. So he was knocking on the window and nobody was answering. So he broke the window, Your Honor, and the damage to the window is about $120. He had no ill intentions. He needed help. He was being chased. Before the aggravated assault, Your Honor, my client hasn't been arrested for 20 years. He lives here in El Paso. He basically inherited his grandfather's house, so he has a home. He's always had a good history attending court. My client has been found to be indigent, Your Honor, and unfortunately right now, my client doesn't have any money to pay the bond. So we are respectfully requesting a PR bond in this case, or a significant reduction, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Griffin.
Your Honor, he has not had a conviction for 20 years. His prior is a DWI from 2002. He was released last month on the aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on a 40K PR bond, 2K surety. The CW in that case has nothing to do with this case whatsoever. I don't believe he even knows the victim whose window he broke. And Mr. Hoffman is correct that the damages are $120. And for that reason, I would not be opposed to a PR bond on this case as well.
All right. The court will grant a $500 PR bond with the standard conditions. Mr. Murphy, you're not to have any contact with a complaining witness in this case. You're not to commit any new offenses. You're not to use any illegal substances. You're to report to PR bonds as instructed and maintain current contact information with them. Any violations of those conditions will cause a warrant for your arrest to be issued. Anything further, counsel?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you very much. Good to see you, Mr. Huffman.
Your Honor, thank you, Judge.
You all may be excused. And that concludes our docket for this morning. Thank you all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Rihanna, do you have anything for me?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay, we'll see you Tuesday. Have a good weekend. Oh,
Question,
Are we back on the record?
I have to pay the.
Yeah. Pardon, Mr. Murphy?
don't have to pay the 500 to get out. I'm sorry, I've already,
I can't make out what you're saying.
I don't have to pay anything. PR Bond will pay all the money?
PR
500?
Bond will go and talk to you and give you instructions.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Rihanna, I'm off tomorrow, but if you have something, please contact me.
Will do, Judge. Have a good day.
You too. Y'all have a good day. Have a good weekend.